Hello everyone. Well, I had a dumbass moment today. Well, this is what happened. You know how sometimes you're looking out your window and you see some guy on the step ladder painting his house while it's starting to rain, and you're thinking, God, what a dumbass. What type of moron goes and paints his house in the rain? And I was one of those people. Now, I am getting to the point where I really hate being critical of other people. And it's not because I'm a nice person, it's because there's some weird karma out there that whatever I criticize people for, I wind up eventually doing myself. And then I feel particularly stupid, you know? Because I don't know what it is. I don't know whether we're more likely to criticize people for things we're likely to do ourselves or not. So this is what happened today. Well, it all kind of started out badly. First, I was ticked off with Amazon. What had happened is I had ordered a surge protector for my new computer, and I had ordered it on the 17th, and so what had happened though is that it was supposed to ship from the 20th to the 21st, or yeah, something like that. And on the 24th, I still hadn't gotten it. It still hadn't even shipped. I wrote to the guy. He never wrote back. And the latest date they said that it should be delivered was on the 27th, which I think is today. So yesterday, when it still said it still hadn't shipped, I started thinking, you know, this thing, and Amazon had written me themselves and said, this guy never said he shipped it. So I figured if Amazon's writing me and saying this guy's never shipped it, then there's a problem, you know, and he's not going to ship it. So I asked for a cancellation. And today I get up and he shipped it, you know, and he didn't cancel it, he shipped the thing. So I call up Amazon and I said, I asked for a cancellation and now he shipped it, you know. And they're like, well, since he shipped it, we can't do anything, you know. I guess now they expect me to return it after he shipped it, if it ever gets here. So I was kind of pissed off at, I was doing my video. So I was kind of pissed off, and so I really wanted to do some work on the car, but it's kind of overcast, but it was starting to look a little sunny, and sorry, my mom came out to see the freckles. I'll explain that in a few minutes. Anyway, so I was all pissed off and I really wanted to work on the car, and it, you know, when I got up today it looked overcast, but this is the annoying thing. When Florida weather, you know, it used to be a little more definitive. You know, when it was going to rain, we pretty much knew it. The clouds would get really thick and dark, you know, and you know, we always knew what it was going to rain. But ever since Florida's been starting to get seasons, we sometimes have overcast skies, and overcast skies are kind of hard to judge because, you know, you look at a sky like this, well, what's funny is it looks much darker on the camcorder. But you look at a sky like that, and it may not do anything. It may look like it should rain, but it just sits up there and like, should I rain? I don't know. Should I rain? Maybe I'll do a few sprinkles, but I don't know. So it just stands there, you know, and you're like, I could be doing something. So I've painted Selena quite a few times when the weather's like this, and it, you know, usually I got lucky. Sometimes there was a drop or two, but I usually finished it, the paint dried, no biggie. And then today there was actually even some sun streaking through, so I thought I was going to be okay. So I start painting. At about 3/4 down from the car, it starts sprinkling a lot. And I kind of try to wait it out, and then I dry off the hood, and I try to paint some more, and my mom says, you know, it's just gonna, you know, the rain's gonna, it's just gonna keep raining, come inside. So I finally had to give up. Yes, the weather was winning on this one. But, and then I kind of felt like an idiot. You know, with my, you know, my mom was joking and says I have this never say die type of attitude. But, you know, in this case, weather beats man, or woman in this case. And, so I kind of felt stupid. But, and I'm hoping I haven't done any serious damage, but I don't think so. What did happen is that poor Selena now has freckles. You can't really see it. Let me see if I can see it. Yeah, you see, you can see it now. And this is why we don't paint in the rain. Yeah, I know, duh. Yeah, I know. I had my dumbass moment. We're all entitled to that during a lifetime, you know. I don't think this is going to be a tragedy, though. It might even wash off. I might try that. Wiping it down with mineral spirits, seeing what happens. I might try that. But if not, I can sand it. What had happened is that I had actually already put on a third coat after wet sanding. I'll show you guys how I wet sand in a future video, because I'm gonna have to do it again anyway. And so I had put on a third coat. Third coat looked nice. I was putting on the fourth coat today, and I was going to show you guys the result. The reason why I didn't make in between videos is because the camcorder wasn't charged at the time. But I'm going to be repeating these steps, so you're going to see what I do anyway. So, so after the second coat, I had wet sanded, and then I put on the third coat. Wet sanding. What about wet sanding? I didn't know if wet sanding was actually necessary. The reason why people wet sand is that they claim it makes the car look more shiny. Now, the thing was is that I'm putting on a flat color, so I wasn't sure if it was really going to make the car shiny, but I did it anyway because I don't know if you can just keep putting paint on top of paint on top of paint without it starting to chip. I did get a little upset because, you know, it's so funny. There's like 6 coats of primer on here and 2 coats of black paint, now 3 coats, and every so often oh wait, that's just toilet paper or something. Okay, never mind that. The Bondo, I was kind of, when I had put my sanding paper lightly across it, wound up coming up white again. So, so I had been kind of shocked at that. Anyway, I did wet sand yesterday, or actually I did it the day before. I wet sanded the car. Selena seemed kind of unhappy. I scratched up her paint, and I'm trying to explain to her this is the car beautifying process. We you know, it's kind of like getting plastic surgery. You break some bone and shove stuff in there, and you know, before you can look like Angelina Jolie, you have to look like Quasimodo. In her case, though, I don't think she even has to look that bad. So you know. But I kind of I got a little, you know, a little upset because, you know, I know Selena's an older car, and I have to accept that, you know, and we didn't always take the best care of her as we should have. You know, so I mean, problems might happen, you know, but it seems the other day, you know, just after I scratched up her paint, then suddenly when my mom was driving her, I was hearing that, you know how it sounds like when you put a card inside a bicycle spokes and you know, and it clacks. Well, she was making that sound every time my mom put down their foot on the clutch, and I'm thinking, oh, she did that on purpose. She, you know, she got angry because I scratched up her paint, and now she's breaking her clutch or something, hopefully not anything too expensive. So and now I have to admit I'm a little worried what she's going to do when she sees her freckles. But I don't think this really is going to be a big deal. I think I might try washing them off, but I'm pretty sure they can be sanded off. I mean, think about it. I was able to paint over those awful streaks on the that I did with the spray painting. So I think this should be fine, I think it should be fine. I was actually quite happy today when I first saw there was some water drops early in the morning, and I was so excited because they were actually beading up. And water hasn't beaded up on Selena for quite a while, a long time. Usually it just absorbed into the paint. And even when the paint was wet, it was still beading. So, so anyway, learn from me. I know, sometimes, it's just human nature to kind of, try to take on something bigger than what we are, try to take control over something that we don't have control over, Don't paint your car in the rain. Not a good idea. I just wasted some paint doing something that I'm going to have to probably redo now. And, fortunately, I don't think it's going to ruin it. I didn't ruin anything. I'm pretty sure this will come off. But I've made extra work for myself, so that's the lesson we learn here. So, and maybe another lesson is just don't do anything when everything seems to be going wrong in your life. It's nothing serious, it's just one of those weeks where you're just having, and everything you do just seems to go wrong, you order, usually you have, like me, I've always had a good experience with Amazon. Then I find one person, and then my mom is complaining that the computer is acting up, and then Selena's clutch seems to be acting up, and then I go to paint and it seems sunny, and then suddenly it starts raining, and, it just, the whole week has been kind of like this. So, it's just one of those weeks, but I think I'll be able to fix this. So, and Selena still looks good, I think. I'm very amazed at this. So, anyway, I'll keep you updated. And, so, this is Jessica telling you about her dumbass moment. Thanks for watching.